Hello students, now you know when a ray of light is passing through air and entering into glass, what will happen. Like that, then from glass into air also you know. Let us see what will happen to a ray of light when it is passing through a rectangular glass slab. Children, here you can see a ray of light that is passing through a glass slab. Here we can give one name to glass slab A, B, C, D. Here you can see two media here, air and glass. So this AB is the interface of air and glass. You know air is rarer medium and glass is denser medium. Here you can see P and O. Here O is the point of incidence. We can take this PO as incident ray. So this is the incident ray. When this incident ray obliquely incident at this interface AB. Interface AB means interface of air and glass. That time what will happen to this ray? You know, now the ray is entering into a denser medium from a rarer medium. So here you can see the ray, refracted ray is bending towards the normal. You can see a black dotted line at this point of incidence. So that is the normal here. So this ray O here and O dash you can see here. O dash is the refracted ray here. Then you can see angles also. Here I1 is the angle of incidence and R1 is the angle of refraction. Then this is made up of glass. This is a transparent medium here. What will happen here? In this glass, the light is passing like this and that will incident at the interface CD. This interface CD means interface of glass and air. Again that is coming out into air. You can see passing from air into glass. Then through the glass that is passing this one, then that is emerging out. So here also again refraction happening. First refraction at the interface AB and the second refraction at the interface CD. So here the ray O dash. If you are considering the interface CD, you can see for this interface CD, this ray O dash is the incident ray here. Okay children, for this interface AB, that is the refracted ray, that's why I wrote refracted ray there. Okay, then at the CD, the ray is incident at the interface CD at point O dash. This O dash. So in this interface CD, we can say O dash is the incident ray and that is refracting here. Okay children, that is coming out, emerging out from this glass slab. You can see that here this is the ray. So if you are considering refraction at this interface CD, you can say this is the incident ray and this is the refracted ray. Here we can say this O dash, that is the point of incidence at the interface CD of this glass and the air. Here air is there. The ray is coming out from the glass slab to the air. So here we can call this O dash Q. You can see here O dash Q as the refracted ray here. But if you are considering, you can see here the ray is entering into glass slab, then emerging out from the glass slab. So here we can call this O dash Q as emergent ray. Okay children, one refraction happening here at the interface of air and glass. Second refraction happening at the interface of this glass and air. So here incident ray, refracted ray. Again that ray incident at this interface and coming out. The ray is emerging out from this glass slab ABCD. So here we can call the ray which is emerging out from the glass slab as emergent ray. So here children, you have to know, sometimes it will be asked for exam, that you have to mark incident ray. This is the refracted ray, again this is the emergent ray. So here if you are considering, this is the angle of incidence at this interface and here this is the angle of refraction. So here we are calling this O dash Q as emergent ray and this is the normal at the point of incidence O dash. So this angle you can see now R2. R2 here you can see that is the angle between this this normal and this O dash Q, that is the emergent ray. We can call this angle as angle of emergence. Children, now here you can see instead of that R2 I wrote E here. Okay, why means the angle of incidence is the angle between incident ray and the normal. Here the angle of refraction is R1. Okay children, that is the angle between normal and the refracted ray. I told you here we can call this ray as emergent ray. Why means the ray is emerging from the glass slab. So here this angle, that is the angle between normal and the emergent ray, we can call that as angle of emergence. There we can use the letter E for representing that angle of emergence. So in case here the refraction of light ray through a rectangular glass slab, here you can consider this is the incident ray, this is the refracted ray, and this is the emergent ray. Okay children, now you can see this is the emergent ray, the ray emerging from the glass slab. But this is our original incident ray. Here you can see a dotted line here. Here I am extending that incident ray. Okay children, that only you can see as dotted line here. If you are observing this diagram, you can see this dotted line that gives us the original direction of the incident ray, that is parallel to the emergent ray. Okay children, that means here the emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray, direction of the incident ray. Okay children, here you can see this is the direction of the incident ray, original path of that incident ray. If this glass slab is not there, that will go through the same path. So here the glass slab is there, that's why the refraction there, this is the emergent ray. Okay children, so here you can see O dash R, that is the perpendicular distance between the emergent ray and the direction of that original ray. Okay children, so here O dash R, that is the perpendicular distance, that only marked here also. We can call this as lateral displacement or lateral shift. So this O dash R in this diagram gives you lateral displacement. Let us see what is lateral displacement. Before going to lateral displacement, this also you have to know children. Here you can see this is the direction of that incident ray, this is the emergent ray. Here you can see both are parallel now. Why these two rays are parallel? Why the emergent ray is coming out as parallel to the direction of incident ray? Why means at this interface AB the ray is bending towards the normal. At that same extent only the ray is bending away from the normal at the interface CD. That's why you can see the ray is emerging out from the glass slab as parallel to the direction of the incident ray. Here you can see AB and CD both are parallel, and the extent of the bending of that ray of light at these opposite faces AB and CD is equal and opposite. Look children, how to define lateral displacement. Here you can see the ray, this is the direction of that incident ray. You can see the emergent ray is shifted sideways from the original ray, from the direction of incident ray. That is called lateral shift. How can we measure that? In this diagram you can see O dash R, that is the perpendicular distance between this direction of original ray and the emergent ray, that gives us the lateral displacement. Both terms we can use here, lateral shift or lateral displacement. Here you can see the definition, two ways there. First you can study like this, the perpendicular distance between the original path of the incident ray and the emergent ray. We can call that as lateral displacement or lateral shift, like that. Shifting of the emergent ray from the direction of incident ray. Listen here, you can see lateral displacement depends on the following factors: angle of incidence, thickness of glass slab and refractive index of glass slab. If the angle of incidence is increasing, lateral displacement will be increased. Like that, thickness increasing means lateral displacement will be increased. Like that, in case of this refractive index also, if that is increasing, lateral shift will be increased. We have discussed about the refraction when the ray falls on the glass slab obliquely only. Now we can see what will happen to a ray if that is incident normal to the surface of this glass. You can see there is no refraction that is going through a straight line. That means if the ray incident normally, there is no refraction. You can see a straight path here, no refraction, no bending here. You know this is the incident ray here, that also along that normal. So here any angle of incidence, angle I is not here, we can write that as 0. Then here that is passing through the glass slab and emerging out, that is emerging through this path. Here angle of emergence there, no, angle of emergence also 0 here. That means here is no bending. Okay children, here is no refraction. Here you can see conditions for no refraction. Two conditions are there. First one we just discussed, the light incident normally. If the light ray incident normal to the surface, what will happen here? No refraction, that will go straight. Another one condition, that is the equal refractive index of media. For discussing about refraction, we have to say about two media. For these two media, if that refractive index is equal, there will not be any refraction. Next class we can study about spherical lenses.